All right, this is the closest I get to a vacation and going to see a concert in San Francisco. I'm dreaming. I'm recording lectures for class instead. So, CIMIS weather data homework. It's important to follow the instructions. There is a video also, a lecture also within the CIMIS module in Canvas module. So please look at that before you try to finish the assignment. There might be other things that are helpful to truly understand what you're doing as you're completing this assignment. Download this file, which is this right here. And let me just go, oops. Before I do that, I got to say enable editing, turn off the show hide, and view. Let's zoom into 190. Much better. So first you visit the CIMIS website. How do you get there? Very, very easily. You go to CIMIS, you type it into any search engine, and CIMIS will show up, the California Irrigation Management Information System, CIMIS. And in the upper right-hand corner, there will be the ability to log in. Now, I'm already logged in, but I believe there's a register right next to this. If I'm logged out, let me just double check. Log off. Yeah, register. So you can see it's register up in the corner. So registering is free. You just provide them your Hartnell email, tell them you're, in academia, whatever, whatever works. They don't have a spot for students, or they didn't, which I think is an oversight. Otherwise, just log in. And here we are. Now we have to go to data in order to gather this data. In the other video, I talk more about it, but we want an hourly report. Web is fine. It just gives you the information. We want a specific date. So I'm not going to give this to you. Let's say 10/22/2020 through 10/30/2020. You can put any date you want. We only need one date. So you can put the same date in both, because we're only asking for one date on this file to gather this information. You can read the instructions yourself, but we're creating a document that has this information. September 22nd, 2021 at 1:00 p.m. or 1300 hours. Now I'm going to show you October 22nd of last year at, I don't know, station 6. That's fine. But you can scroll down to any station number. They're organized by number, not by name. But you can sort by columns if you wish. So, sort by name. There it is. Now it's sorted by name. And we could go back to station 6, Davis. Now I never do web report for real work because I want to pull it into an Excel spreadsheet, and I will ask for usually a comma separated values file to pull it into my Excel spreadsheet. For certain web-based applications, you might choose an XML report. PDFs, those are also useful for some situations. We don't have to worry about showing inactive stations, but you can look at inactive stations for historical data. You can search by zip codes. You can select only the sensors you want or hours you want to look at. You can do that, play around with it if you want, but I'm just going to say run report. And here's my web report. Just gives me a web page, October 22nd of 2020, what I asked for, 1,300 hours, 1 o'clock. So these are all the data across that line I just highlighted for the hour, the evapotranspiration rate, precipitation or rain, 0. The solar radiation, or a measure of how bright the sun was shining at 1 o'clock on that day. The vapor pressure or barometric pressure in millibars, air temp, etc. So you can see all of these things. So all you have to do is look for the information. Air temp is 75 degrees at 1 o'clock in Davis Station 6 on October 22nd of 2020. All right? And so you just read these categories, and I want 4 things just to get a sampling. What was the air temperature? What was the evapotranspiration rate? What was the solar radiation? And what was the wind speed? And I want it to look like this. On September 22nd, 2021, which is what you're going to look up, at 1 o'clock p.m., Station 80, Fresno State, what was the air temperature? Type it in. What was the ETO? What was the solar radiation? What was the wind speed? And you can actually use this page too when you download the file. Just delete this line, type your name and date, fill in the data, answer these additional few questions. Just question 4, what is a CSV file? And defining these sensors. What are these sensors? What do they do? And that's it. And you turn this in with the data changed from X's to actual data from the CIMIS stations. That's it. Simple, straightforward assignment, but it gets you an account with CIMIS to look up critical weather data for agricultural use and get you familiar with how to find important data.